What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
What's crack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lackin'? Welcome into another episode of My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Podcast. Let's get it rolling today. I am your host, Sleaze. The first episode, we're going to do 3 episodes today here. I'm going to drop them all in a row. I'm going to do my smash, start, quarterback, and tight ends. That's 3 each. The goal here is to have a 15-point floor with the quarterback with 20-point upside, high touchdown upside. And we're not going to use superstar names, but I find that cheesy. And then for the tight ends, we're going for a 10-point floor with 15-point plus TD point upside in that category as well. And before we dive into it, guys, make sure you tap that like and subscribe. Turn that bell on. All the support's appreciated. And if you guys have any questions as well, drop them down below. I try to answer every single one of them. It is becoming a nightmare with the best community on fantasy football, just firing questions, but I promise I will get to it. And then if you guys are new in here or not new in here, I like to show my transparency from last week. And man, it was the worst week of the year for me. And I got to be honest, I did not do well. So you got to look at it like this. I show exactly what I'm going for. This is my Twitter as well. If you want to check that out, My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football or at Sleazebomb. And quarterbacks, man, Aaron Rodgers got hurt, took an X there. Brock Purdy, that one hit. Justin Herbert versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, horrible secondary, got absolutely obliterated in that game. Jaylen Warren, running back side, he got hurt. Dowdle, that's supposed to be Dowdle. I don't know why it's on there twice, but I forget who else the other running back is. Trey Benson didn't play. Javonte Williams missed versus the Raiders. Didn't get in the end zone, but he got hella yards. T. Higgins hit. Jalen Waddle dropping balls like crazy. Zay Flowers, of course, catches a bomb, goes down at the 1-yard line. He didn't get the touchdown. Of course, Derrick Henry punched it in. And then MHJ, he was also ruled out, kind of like Trey Benson, so I do it before the week. So obviously I didn't know those guys were going to be out. And then George Pickens popped big, and then tight end. I've always struggled with tight end this year, man. It's also one of the hardest positions, but especially when you're not taking like top tier superstar guys. So Zach Ertz hit, Kyle Pitts, and TJ Hawkinson, man, I got to apologize to everyone. I was super high on TJ Hawkinson. If you guys had that game monitor, were listening to the commentary and what they were even saying at halftime, TJ Hawkinson was open all game. JJ McCarthy just played absolutely terrible. He missed TJ Hawkinson like 3 times as well. That one's painful, and I hate that I was really, really high on that guy. So if I told you to start him and I told everyone to start him on all the shows, very, very sorry there. JJ McCarthy ripped me a new one on that one. So that's the transparency from last week. And again, I will show that again next week after this week so you guys can see all the hits and misses. 43%. I've been averaging 70% all year long. That was the worst week, and you just got to take the L's, man. That's a big L right there last week. So if you guys haven't checked out drafters.com or the Guys FF Discord, both those links are pinned in the comment and in the description of the video. And now let's dive in to the bounce back week. I'm going to be better in week 12 here. God, week 11 was terrible, man. Top 3 quarterbacks, top 3 tight ends that are not superstar names that are going to smash this week that you should have in your lineup. Let's dive into it. Starting off with number 1, you know it. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Brock Purdy is back. And man, he literally, I'm not going to throw any shade at Mac Jones, but he literally showed Mac Jones what this offense looks like. And I know that Ricky Pearsall was back out there too, but man, I've missed this guy so long. I'm happy to have you back, Purdy boy. And I had him as a smash start last week. Absolutely hit there. He had 25.3 points against Arizona. Came in, only missed 7 passes, 26 for 19, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Woo! The Kittle connection is back. Oh, my God. Just get ready. And you guys, last year we talked about the Cincinnati Bengals, right? And the Cincinnati Bengals offense being the fantasy football pot of gold that you want to target, right? Now, the San Francisco 49ers are. And I've been telling you guys this for weeks. Go trade for all of these guys because our defense is done. We're Michael Williams, our first-round pick of the year, out for the year. Fred Warner, the best linebacker in football, out for the year. Nick Bosa, top 3 DN, out for the year. Lenore's banged up, our best corner. We traded away a lot of our players because of the salary cap last year issues of going for the Super Bowl, which we obviously missed. And we're obviously reloading. That's why we drafted all rookies in the draft. So when you look at every single matchup we're going to have, that's why you're going to see 30-plus points a game probably from the 49ers for the rest of the season because we're not stopping anybody. We have to score at will. So we're going to get the Carolina Panthers on Monday night. And you just saw the Panthers go to a shootout with the Falcons. Imagine what the 49ers are going to do to them. This is a 48.5 over-under. Niners are favored by 7 in this game. And the Carolina Panthers versus the quarterback on the season right now. And they've actually, oh yeah, and in this video, I'm not going to do on the season. We're going to put it to last 4 weeks so it's more relevant as well instead of on the season. So last 4 weeks, Carolina Panthers, middle of the pack, 15.5 for the quarterback, 963 yards, 3 passing TDs, and 16 yards on the ground, and 2 rushing TDs as well. And, Brock Purdy can use his legs a little bit, but I hope he doesn't with the toe injury that he's had all year long, so I hope we can keep him upright and just in the pocket. Now, when you have to worry about CMC, you have to worry about Kittle, you got to worry about Jennings, you got to worry about Purcell. Maybe we get Ayuk back as well, too, at some point. Oh, this is why I've been targeting trading for Brock Purdy everywhere, because he's going to be a top 10 quarterback the rest of the way, and this offense is going to score at will, and he's going to smash again in Week 12 on Monday Night Football. Quarterback number 2, the bounce back is here for Caleb Williams and the 7-3 leading the division Chicago Bears. What? Ben Johnson has turned this around real quick, and they've had 3 game-winning drives in the last 3 games to win the game. He has 5 game-winning drives in the season. Caleb Williams, I didn't see that coming with 5 game-winning drives, but I did think they'd be better, but not this good, man. So they're going to get the Steelers this week. Your over-under is 45.5. Chicago's favored by 3 on the road here. We don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be out there. He has the left stent injury or left wrist surgery. Surgery is not needed, but a broken left wrist, and he's trying to play. So we're waiting for the update on that. But if he's not out there, it gets even worse for the Steelers, right? But Mason Rudolph is a serviceable backup. I mean, he's a journeyman that's been around, but I do think Aaron Rodgers is going to fight to play in this game as well. Now, when we're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers defense here, last 4 weeks, they've given up 16.7 points to the quarterback per game, ranking dead middle 15th, 1,121 yards. That is second worst to the Atlanta Falcons. Third worst, besides my 49ers giving up 12.41. That's what I'm talking about. The Niners defense, man, we're terrible. So you're going up against a defense that's hemorrhaging so many yards on the ground. Their run defense has gotten better in Pittsburgh. We know all of this, right? Because they're starting to gel here. The beginning of the season was weird. They weren't really hurt either. They're their highest paid defense on paper this year, and it just wasn't clicking. But it's starting to click here a little bit. So the run game going to be less here from Anunja and DeAndre Swift. Going to have to be a higher pass game, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers' weak part of their defense. So I like Rome Odunze. I like DJ Moore. My guy Luther Burden is getting his chance. Oh my God, I love Luther Burden so much. You can tell I'm hyped up about it. And so when you're looking at this matchup here, Caleb Williams going to pop right back into 20. I mean, last week the 10-point game, he's only had 3 games under 10 points the entire year. So, or 3 games at 10 points. One game was 4.6 hit against New Orleans. He's absolutely going to smash this game. They're at home. They're at Soldier Field. Get Caleb Williams in your lineups this week. Quarterback number 3, Matthew, possibly chasing the MVP Stafford. Now, he's going to get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here this week, and you just saw, obviously, what Josh Allen did last week. But obviously, he's not the running Josh Allen type where he's going to put in 3 rushing touchdowns and go for 50 fantasy points. So the over-under is 49.5 here. Rams are favored by 7 in a 8-2, 6-4 game. That is how good of football the Los Angeles Rams are playing on both sides of the ball. And that's why I had them as my Super Bowl pick. They are unbelievable with all 3 of these guys out there. I told you that Stafford with Puka and Devontae Adams, they will both be top 10. That's how we're looking. Kyron Williams is eating. Now you're going to get Tampa, right? Tampa's strength is in between the tackles. Where have they been getting crushed is the passing game. The last 4 weeks, they rank 30th. That's 3rd worst in the NFL versus the quarterback. 22.6 points, 851 passing yards, 5 passing TDs. That is also dead last in the last 4 weeks. They've been getting crushed. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams are absolutely going to feast in this game. And Matthew Stafford is a 100% smash start. Smash start number 5, tight end number 2, Travis Kelce. Now, I don't know if this one really counts as like not using a superstar name because Travis Kelce is having another one of his Travis Kelce years. I think he's tied in 3 on the year. So probably the last time I'll use him here. And of course, he's also coming off two past big games in the past 3 with 28 points and 25 points. But you're going to get the Indianapolis Colts here. You're going to get a matchup that this is your Patrick Mahomes must-win game. Like, this is 5-5. You're at home. You got the Colts coming to town 8-2. And I still think the Colts are like a fraudulent 8-2, but, I can't argue they are. So 49.5 over-under, high implied point total game. That's what you want to target here. And when you look at the Indianapolis Colts versus the tight end guys, they rank 29th. They've given up 17 points a game to the position. 4th worst in the NFL, 726 yards. That's bottom 5 touchdowns. It's another smash start here for Travis Kelce. And they've been better versus the run, and they've added Sauce Gardner, who could be on Rashee Rice as well. He does not a full-time shadower, but he'll cover him at least 40-30% of the game, which should open up more for Travis Kelce as well. And it is time for the Patrick Mahomes revenge tour that my guy Big Draft Energy has been talking about to start right now. Last but not least, we're living dangerously, guys, and it is going to be Kyle Pitts. And I know if you own Kyle Pitts right now, he hasn't hit over 10 points in the past 3 games. You're probably frustrated, but he's still playing at an elite, absolute tight end 1 level, which is what I like. I'm a volume guy. I mean, 92, 95, 92, 93% snaps. That's never coming off the field. Now you have Drake London out as well. So he goes down with a knee injury. Michael Penix goes down as well, too. So does that change the narrative here with Kirk Cousins? I don't know. Kirk Cousins, man, he's looked very, very bad. But either way you slice it, I don't believe that Darnell Mooney, I mean, maybe he sees the most targets in this game, but I don't believe that Darnell Mooney is back to 100% Darnell Mooney. He hasn't looked the same all year long. And you could tell with like the 50, he's had like 15 receptions over the past 2 games with like 4 receptions. It just hasn't been there for Mooney. So why I like this a lot, you're getting the New Orleans Saints, right? You're going to get a Tyler Shuck battle. And Tyler Shuck's looked better. He's, picking up the NFL pretty quickly. I'll give him that. He is an older age veteran coming out of college. So the over-under here, 39.5, low implied point total game. The New Orleans Saints are 17th versus the tight end, giving up 14.5 points in PPR, 186 yards and a touchdown in the past 4 weeks. But you got to think and look at this target share. This is what I'm talking about here. So he's number 6 in target share at 19.6. Route participation, 92% almost. Number 3 in the NFL. Slot snaps, he lines up everywhere. He's number 12. No Drake London. Those red zone targets are going up. This is your big body. They don't really have another big body guy out there. Darnell Mooney is not. This is your 6'6", 250 tight end. I'm taking the gamble here, and I'm starting Kyle Pitts in a lot of fantasy leagues. I'm buying him in a lot of dailies. I'm doing a lot of Kyle Pitts this week just because of the fact that Drake London is down, and I have zero faith in Darnell Mooney. And I understand if you don't want to start Kyle Pitts because he hasn't earned it. I'm just saying I'm putting him as a smash play this week. I like him for an anytime touchdown, and I like him for 15-plus points. Thanks for rocking with me today, guys. That is the end of the episode. That is my top 6 smash, 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, not your superstar names that I think that are going to be absolute players that you need to have in your lineups this week. Before we head out, guys, as always, make sure you tap that thumbs up, hit that subscription button, turn that bell on. I'll be live on Thursday for the first Start Sit show of the week, and then we're live all weekend long between me and Big Draft Energy, different shows, different people, covering everything to help you guys fantasy football. If you haven't checked out the Guys FF or the drafters.com, the sponsor, make sure you sign up using promo code SLEAZE. It will double your initial deposit to $100. And that's it for me in this episode, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. My next is going to be 5 smash start running backs and 5 smash start wide receivers. And then tomorrow we'll dive into all the stardom sit-ems. I just got to get everything set up for tomorrow. And then we're locked and loaded. It's almost playoff time. We got to get the dubs here, guys. Every win counts from here. Remember, if you guys have any questions, drop them down below. That's it for me in this episode. I'll catch you in the next one. Sleaze Bomb out.